like a nice Chardonnay.
You got a coffee there. Maybe on break.
Chardonnay.
Come on.
Come on.
Break is like our smoke break. Usually that's when we smoke.
Ooh.
Like specifically, what are we smoking?
Anything. Well, I mean, yeah, weed.
Okay. Just making sure we were on the same page.
Yeah.
It's saved, but now I can't get out of this thing.
She has a lot of problems, doesn't she?
Mm,
Fine, I got it.
sometimes, yes.
Yes.
I got it. Okay.
Oops. Are we ready? It's 5 o'clock. You can, go ahead, start streaming, start recording. And
This is really cool.
hit me up, Vegas. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday. I hope you enjoyed your weekend and Monday didn't kick you in the hiney too bad. I am Mike Duber, your host with those Jello jokes. Jello, it's like saying hello, but with a J.
Wait, what?
Yes.
And with me today is
I think that's an
Janine
ethnic
Del
joke.
Grasso. And our guest today, you guys have seen him on the flyers, and hopefully you went and checked out some of his wall art. We got J Dub at Smoke Room Art. Welcome, Jay.
Thank you.
Welcome
Thank
to the
you for
show.
having me.
Oh, you're welcome. How's your week? And
A weekend was good. It was recovering from First Friday.
Oh, first Friday.
Yeah,
Fun.
First Friday. Show up at 2 o'clock and leave at 1 in the morning.
Oh.
Nice.
that's
Yeah.
a rough first Friday crowd. They're all hopped up on that all the spices that you put on the corn on the cob out there.
Oh, hell
Yum.
yeah. So the crowd changes over First Friday. What starts off is everybody's like, it's kind of hot and they're moving around kind of slow and semi-grumpy. And then as it gets later and everybody starts drinking, everybody's hammered. You have these people just running around hammered. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Love your. It's just so yeah. It turns into this completely different set of people later on. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of good people watching. I'll tell you what.
Saw the freaks come out at night.
No, just
The drinkers.
if they buy art, they're good. If they don't, no, then
Okay.
they're freaks.
And
Wait, what am I
I
hearing?
felt like it's just the reverb from me sharing. I'm
Yeah.
going to get out of it in a second. It's what happens when I share it onto my page. So First Friday, I feel definitely brings the community together as well, more than I've seen at a lot of different events in town. When you go to First Friday, people are talking to each other. They're like, hey, what side of town do you live on? Blah, blah, blah. Kids are running around having fun. It's amazing.
First Friday is a good. You can't. The art sticks can't compete with the Strip. I mean, these are billion-dollar enterprises, but you can try to get the local community together and bring the artists out. And then but the basics are like artists are broke, so most of the buildings down there are empty. Except for First Friday. First Friday brings out the community and everybody supports it. But yeah, I mean. It's good. And it does bring out families. And now that it's not, 107 degrees or 112 degrees
Oh,
or
boy.
100 zillion degrees, it was really fun. It was really nice. A lot of really good art. A lot of really good art.
Oh, sorry.
So you just
Wrong
muted
one.
me. Yeah, that's me talking
Two.
to you.
That's the one I was trying to mute.
Pressing the wrong
Sorry, yeah,
buttons.
there's a lot of good art out there. I'm still getting new to this. Before this, I was in the kitchen, so I'm going from turn dials to up and down dials on this.
Oh.
Different. Let me
I have
ask
no
you
idea what
how,
he just said, but I'm
Jay-
totally agree
He
with
used to
it.
work in the kitchen, and now he's doing this.
I brought you guys gifts, too. by the way.
Oh, goodness.
Yay!
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
we are excited to check this out.
Oh
and
my
the viewers
gosh.
could check it out too. There's some wall art here for us.
I brought 3 kinds.
Oh,
3 kinds.
what do we got?
First is
Ooh.
The Gorilla Glue number 4, GG number 4.
GG number 4.
Oh, yes. Nice little
Very
hybrid
nice.
action, right?
Right.
For those that don't know, that is a weed strain.
Yes.
Wait, is there
to know.
anyone that didn't know that?
I'm not supposed to know anything about drugs.
She teaches our
Yeah.
wonderful children here
Yes.
in the state of
Say
Nevada,
no.
Clark County District. School District. That is awesome.
So they do drug testing on you, is that what you're saying?
I guess if you get hurt on the job, they will.
The Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, so that stuff. So there's a whole bunch of those, and I like that really high contrast, edgy, in your face, King Kong kind of mean looking gorilla, and then got to give him green eyes. So you got to give him green eyes. So he's like, and he's kind of pissed off, and it's that it just has a good attitude, has a good vibe to it.
It's very
Pass it
cool.
on down.
All right.
This wall is filled
Fall
with
off
art
the chair?
here. These are filled with with a lot of different posters and things that pop. So
Yeah, so we'll add it.
Yeah, I hope so.
What
All right,
else?
so here's the second one. The second one is a different kind of cannabis art.
Indica.
Indica.
Pure smoking pleasure. This is my alley right here.
Okay, so what I thought would be really funny is to take these ads from the 50s, all these cigarette girls that were all so glamorous. When cigarette smoking was glamorous.
Yeah.
And they had all these glamorous models smoking cigarettes. So I thought it'd be funny to take that whole idea of this glamorous, models and put them in weed and just give them joints and have just play the whole subtle satire angle, because it's just a strange sense of humor, but I think it's funny, and people dig it. People dig it. People look up, they go, they think those were ads that were run, and they're not. They're
It looks
completely,
like it.
No, they're completely created out of the depth of the sickness of my mind, and I think they're funny as hell. I personally just think they're funny as hell.
And
All right.
I think they are. I think they stick out too. They catch the eye, and they must do well at First Friday. People in that same scene that go down to First Friday, they know what's up with that GG number 4.
So you don't want to know what's astounding is I broke it down. I have some cannabis posters that are like travel posters. They look like a travel poster, like you're going to Sativa, or you're going to Indica. I know as a school teacher you can't know what that is or where those places are, but
I could visit.
yeah. But they look like travel posters, and unless you knew what you were looking at, you wouldn't know what you're looking at. You're like, oh, look, it's a travel poster, and the type, and so you have that right. That's a specific kind of people. The Gorilla Glue kind of people are like more millennials, more hard edge, kind of things. But there's people that are 35, 45, 55, 65, 100 million, 20 years old, whatever. They buy the cannabis posters because they think it's hysterical that especially the travel ones, because they're really subtle. It doesn't look like, if you didn't know what Sativa was, you'd think Sativa was an airline. Hey, look, it's an airline poster. So there's a lot of, it is kind of amazing to see all the different people that use it, that not, recreational is one thing, but also it's been medicinal for a long time. I mean, there's been a lot of people that have really been helped by it. My daughter was one of them, and that's what kind of got me into it. But that's a different story. Okay, here's the next one. All right.
Oh my gosh. I might have to steal that one.
I like this. That is awesome.
Me too.
Look it show it to the peeps.
Got it.
I'm always so weird
my
about my
God.
fingers now because someone on Instagram
What?
responded to one of my stories saying that I have fat thumbs.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
And ever
it.
since then, I was so curious. But they were like, "Don't worry, girls dig fat thumbs. It's a thing now." And I was like, "Oh, I guess so."
Oh my God.
Girls dig fat thumbs. Alrighty.
You gotta think about that,
That
one
is
for a
awesome.
minute.
I like
I love
that
that.
one
Think
too.
about that
So
one.
this is much different than the first two pieces that you showed us.
I mean, I do
in
a lot
my
of different kinds of art.
Yeah.
Like I do a lot of book cover arts for books.
I saw the 5 that you had on eBay. I think you had them on there. Those were amazing because they're all like that. I love that. The
So
Bride
I
of
wanted to do the
Frankenstein.
monster movies and like make them current girls or women, right?
Oh.
So that is radically modified. That started off with Frankenstein and his bride, and I added, of course, changed the hair and gave her a sleeve, full tatted sleeve, and some classic tats like on Frankenstein's neck it says "unholy" and just fun stuff. I took the last one I just did was Dracula. There's a black and white picture of Dracula, and he's holding the hand of his victim. I forget which actress it is, and like looking at her like your dinner baby, and And so I thought, oh, well, no. The modern day women would be way different. So I gave her the fangs. I changed her face up. So she's like more evil. And she's dripping blood and she's got wings and she's looking at him like, no, you're the dinner. So, yeah. So they're
cool.
fun.
I like the Batman ones that you had with the symbol.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
At Luxor and at Mandalay Bay.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Those came, where those came from? That
the
came from
Luxor.
the tragedy that was out here, the shooting. It just seemed like it would be, like a superhero should come in and.
Good
Yeah.
remembrance, kind of.
Yeah.
Also, like a show of like the city gathered up as the superhero.
Yeah, because everybody did stand strong, and the spirit around is just amazing with the bumper stickers and
Everyone
everything.
came together. I was out there at the blood drive the next morning, and I was supposed to be working on the strip that night. And I was driving Uber at the time, and I chose not to that night for some reason. I was like, I'm just going to go home because you can do that when you drive that Uber. And it hit me the next day. And then I went out to the blood drive, and you saw the whole city gather. And I've never seen the city like that ever. It was amazing.
had relatives there.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
So no one got,
Hurt.
everyone still walked away from it, but
Hmm.
but it was also kind of amazing how that the tagline took so quickly, and everybody just galvanized around it. It's an amazing little town. I mean, if you don't live here, you don't know.
You don't know that there's such
Yeah.
a community.
But
Yeah.
there really is.
Yeah.
It's a huge.
And how long have you been here in Vegas?
About a year.
Awesome.
I'm a transplant.
Welcome. Where did you come from?
Southern California.
All right. And was there anything specific that brought you out here, Jay? Was it change of heart or just up and go?
My daughters moved out here.
Oh, awesome.
My daughters moved out here. So my wife and I were like, ooh, what are we doing in California? So that's what happens when you've been married 37 years.
Woohoo.
That's nice of them. They have the support of you and their mom or your wife. And that's cool. That's cool.
That's
Do you,
always important.
We all get along, what a concept.
that people get along?
Well, that families get along, right?
Yeah.
Well, you still
Oh,
like each
geez.
other, or you're, you didn't have to get all the sharp objects and weapons out of the house when you had Thanksgiving. It's, it's a good thing when everybody gets
And
along.
Thanksgiving brings out the worst weapons. You get those
Oh, boy.
plastic chainsaw things. You get that ham carver. Boy.
Start throwing turkey goblets around. And
My family gets along now. We're all Italian, only because now they started smoking weed. So we're not really Italian
wait,
anymore.
I gotta think about
Because we don't argue
Yes.
at the dinner table anymore.
Thank you. Thank you. The weed brings the family
It
together.
does. That's sativa.
A family that rolls together holds together.
They drove through sativa land, and here you go.
Family that smokes together jokes together.
There you go.
it's like Grandpa Spark went up at the table, like, pass me the bong. Because does he have an Italian accent that says, pass me the bong? Can I even do an Italian accent? You can
Me?
do- yeah.
Pass me the bong
Yeah.
over here. What are you doing over there?
That's New
You
York.
got a cannoli or the bong over here? I want the bong. I don't want the cannolis.
It's infused. The cannoli's infused.
Yeah.
Infused cannolis. It sounds. I can imagine
edible?
an edible Italian
I
edible
want a
bakery.
cannoli flavored edible over here.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good.
That's right. Can you imagine
This
everybody's
guy.
so wiped out at the table? Their heads falling into the mashed potatoes.
We have a fire pit in the back now. My dad doesn't like water the lawn with the tracksuit on, and
Making those face potatoes.
yeah.
Face in the potatoes. Oh goodness. Yeah, Thanksgiving is coming up. First we have Halloween though, and I'm a big Halloween fan.
Me too.
Jay, you like Halloween?
Where I come from, they were doing Knott's Scary Land, and they would take Knott's Berry Farm.
Oh,
You
Knott's
know where
Berry
that is?
Farms. Yes, I've been.
They basically cover it in fog, and then get these guys with these metal knee pads that come running out of the darkness, and they scrape and slide along, and the sparks go everywhere, and they've got these crazy masks, and they scare the hell out of everybody.
Man, that sounds like Blue Man Group on drugs.
Yeah.
It's something else. It'll scare the people out of you. By the way, what are the rules regarding those words?
You could say anything. We're free, but you just can't show any nipples.
No nipples.
Oh.
Mike tried to do it the other week, and
Oh, nipples.
Yeah, but they were like, okay, that might be a little too much. But
Yeah.
no nipples because it's on Twitch, and Twitch agreement with. I mean, you can't even show like a cat nipple. Like if we had a cat, they'd be like, No, if that cat is in heat, you need to like block off them nipples somehow. Censor the cat nips.
No nips.
I gotta think about that. It's a little sick.
We should have warned you and told you before you got here.
Yeah, because
We're
I was all
sorry we
ready
didn't
for the
tell
nipple
you.
thing. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you: do you think Las Vegas art scene is behind major cities like L.A., New York, and things like that?
Yeah, it's just smaller.
Yeah.
And even though they got the money behind from, they're trying to reinvigorate that whole area with a lot of money from the Zappos, Zappos.
Tony Hsieh.
A lot of money pumped into that area. It is what it is. You can't, the fundamentals of an art scene are you got to have cheap housing because like an art scene starts spawning naturally from low cost housing because
Yes.
the artists want to go like artist lofts. That used to be like buildings that were abandoned. Like, hey, it's an abandoned building. No, now it's an artist loft, right? So so unless the housing it's just too expensive. So I don't think they're not gonna bring artists into the area. They're gonna bring galleries into the area. But if you have a gallery, you gotta have people that want to spend money, and then you're gonna try to get people off the strip to spend. I don't know. It's a rub, man. It's not an easy solution. I think what they're doing is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, but it's not an easy solution.
I've heard of a lot of a good amount of local artists that are in galleries at Caesar's Palace, at the Forum Shops, or Planet
Right on.
Hollywood is a big one that supports a lot of local art, right? At
And they're
Planet
gone this
Hollywood.
year, right? Because they're turning to Virgin.
At Planet Hollywood?
Yeah, they're gone.
So
Oh.
Planet Hollywood, one of the sluttiest hotels there is now turning to Virgin.
There's nothing.
That's the way it
Virgin
really
here in
works.
Vegas.
The Virgin might as well just buy out Hooters while they're at it. Like,
yeah.
just take them all. All the sluts are fun. Slots are fun. Buy that
Sluts are fun.
shit. Oh, no offense to anyone out there that likes those casinos, but
Yeah, I heard it's done. It's done. I saw some interior renderings of what their Virgin's supposed to shut it down for a year.
a whole year,
Yeah.
like the Hard Rock shut down, 6 months?
Yeah.
Man. We are, guys, gonna hit up some stuff in the news. Do you follow the news?
I do.
All right, so we got some stuff going on here in Vegas. The first one might
Another
have
shooting?
heard about this. We go for positive news here,
Good.
or things that maybe we could play the devil's advocate on and stuff like that. So the first news article was Nuwu Cannabis Dispensary opens Las Vegas' first marijuana tasting lounge on Saturday, located downtown, right off of Main Street of the Paiute tribal land. Opened the lounge with special guest Mike Tyson, rolled and smoked a $1,000 24 karat joint to celebrate the festivities. So my mind as a smoker, I see problems with lounges like this. It's gonna cause an issue with people driving, I think, in my opinion. So it's gonna give the opposite side a little more weight against us, I think, in the long run. I think we should have maybe waited a little bit.
The laws here are so, and I'm going to use a really bad word, really fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really fucked up. I mean, really, really fucked up. So, right. So you had the dispensaries that had the initial, that all bought in initially and opened up.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were going to bring out the cannabis lounges here. Of course, you can buy at the dispensary, but you can't smoke in a hotel. You can't smoke in public. You can't smoke anywhere. Yeah, I don't think it's legal to smoke in your car. You can smoke
You can't.
You can smoke in your house, but if you're a tourist and you buy at a dispensary, you can't smoke in a house because you don't have a house. So how exactly is that
It's-
supposed to work?
It's tough.
That's tough.
You go to the
So-
lounge.
So then they said they're going to open lounges. Well, first part of the lounges was, it'll be all kinds of people have different lounges, and there'll be separate lounges. And then all of a sudden, miraculously, there was a consolidation, and the thinking was, well, we'll just put the lounges next to the dispensaries.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how
They
how did
can't
that
be
happen?
connected. They can't be, that's one of the
Yeah.
things. The lounge can't be connected to the
But
to the
rather than have
dispensary.
independent people setting up lounges, now it's just an extension of the right? That's part of the political, right?
It's what they're doing. They're all building separate buildings in the back, like little sheds.
Yeah. Okay, so that's complete manipulation of the system, just absolute horseshit. Pardon my language. So then on top, so then the next thing is, that there's a licensing thing in November, right, or thereabouts. last year.
They added, 50 more licenses?
And did you hear? So all these people submit for licenses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then what happens? Like the ones that get the licenses issued are the existing licensees.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, so there's no transparency as to how the licenses are issued.
Yeah.
So the people that are trying to get licenses say, well, how the hell, how come I didn't get a license? Where's your transparency, public office? Where's your your standards and your nada.
No
Nothing.
lottery system neither. It's
No.
not a lottery.
No.
It's not based on lottery.
No. So they all file a multiple plaintiff action, and it's going through court. Meanwhile, the guys that came in early, I happen to know a little bit about this, in case you didn't know. I hope I'm not rambling too far, but I will
No.
give you the bottom line on it, right? So the play was, if you get in early in here in cannabis in Vegas, you establish a dispensary, you spend $5 or $10 million, you hang on 3, 4, 5 years, and then sell out at 30 or 40 million. So these guys are now all getting bought out. They're at the end of they had an end game in play, and they're going to hang on to the licenses as long as they can until they get their end game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I have to say about
Hey,
that.
Would you go to one
Let's
of the
go.
lounges? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, take a hit. They're probably going to charge $5 for one hit, I imagine, right? For one little dab, a little
Yeah.
$5 dab. The other story that I had here, I found interesting. We only got a couple minutes. We're going to be heading to break. But Hogs and Heifers, a popular Las Vegas biker bar located off of 3rd and Ogden, has been issued an eviction sign, a leave or notice. Leave notice, yes,
Yeah.
by their owners of the property, the Downtown Grand, okay? And the Downtown Grand Casino started this dispute in July with Hogs and Heifers. And owner of Hogs and Heifers, Michelle Dell, she is stating that she's not going to leave because it's a great spot, and she has been there 14 years running. And the other side of it, the Downtown Grand is saying that H&H, Hogs and Heifers, is routinely using megaphones outside
And
and
harassing
vulgar
people.
language, harassing people, and 30 or so, they say, incidences. But I'm falling under this, on my opinion. If you're an establishment downtown and you're complaining about that tenant, they're complaining, but you're right next to Fremont. So how crazy can it really get? Because I've seen some crazy stuff happening on Fremont. So I think the
Have you been
Downtown
there?
Grand.
Have you been
Yeah,
there?
I've been there.
I
You're
think
not. You're not supposed to go there. You're a teacher.
I
Would
can
you
go
go there and drink?
Ooh, I'm allowed to drink as
Yeah.
long as I don't drive.
You do?
I just think I think in this city they're out soliciting hookers on the little cards, and that's
Yeah.
okay on the Strip, and that's okay over here. And I saw a guy get kicked in his nuts on Fremont Street for $10. So how can you try and kick out Hogs and Heifers?
I think another thing is that she wants to protect her employees as well.
For
And
sure.
she's, sticking up for them. But I mean, Hogs and Heifers, it's a wild bar and it's supposed to be fun.
That
you
place.
know?
That place is crazy.
Yeah.
It's great. And
Yeah.
why would you? So there's the landlord is saying, you guys are too crazy,
Because they're on
and
a
so I'm going to throw
megaphone
you
and
out.
screaming. And
Yeah.
They said that there's a lot of fights and
It's malarkey.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've never been in a fight in a biker bar because I'm street smart. Like, I just know I'm not going to go to a biker bar because I'm probably going to end up disagreeing and not fitting in there because I don't look like a biker, do I? It's the
Maybe.
eyebrows.
You
It's the
could
eyebrows,
look like a
definitely,
biker.
yes.
If you could put a bandana on, you could.
yeah. You could,
Get
yeah.
the-
Well, just put a bandana on.
I
you.
want a Bark Box bandana, though.
We're
And I'm
gonna
going to go
take
in
you-
hard with the
Let's
Bark
try
Box
this.
bandana.
We'll take you to Hogs and Heifers.
He needs some leather jacket.
Yes.
We'll give you some leather chaps
We'll
and
give you
send
a
you to West
megaphone.
Hollywood, and they'll be
Little
And we'll-
James Dean.
We're gonna give him a megaphone and send him down
Yeah.
to Hogs and Heifers and see what happens to him.
Oh, goodness. I want to see them out there with the
That's
megaphone, and then I want to see the church Bible guys out there with their megaphone and
Right.
see what happens at Hogs and Heifers.
What is up with that? That is a very good point. That stuff drives me. I mean, I've been at First Friday where they came through with bullhorns and the whole
Exactly.
the signs that go like 8 foot up, and there's like, some pretty dramatic religious type of things happening around them, and they're like really getting on everybody's case.
They cause fights. I've seen
Yeah,
fights
of
caused by them
course.
megaphone guys, not by the people outside of H&H.
So they're saying that it just gets too crazy.
Just
and
ban
they want 'em out?
megaphones down by
Yeah.
Fremont, and we'll just solve the problem.
I I don't know. I don't agree with the Downtown Grand for this. I think there's an underlining behind this story, and I think there's a reason.
Is it government? They say Downtown Grant?
The Grand.
Grand.
Oh, Grand.
Their
Grand.
hotel down there. And I'm like, you get riffraff from all over coming in.
Right.
Come on.
It's not just hogs and heifers.
I'm
And that place brings a lot of people in.
Yeah.
Have you
Yes.
gone by there, see all the bikes out front?
yes.
Yeah.
But they're not agreeing. So we'll see.
What's
I
your
side
bet? What's
with
your
the
bet?
small.
What's your bet? Are they going to make it? Or how long are they going to make it? We got to make a bet.
Gotta make a bet on
How long?
Whether they're going to be able to stay, and at how long they're going to be able to stay.
it's going to court.
Yeah.
Like as we speak, they're 6 months deep into court. I think the Downtown Grand is gonna win just because it's Vegas and
Right.
the casino always wins.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
That's just. I wish it was some other way, but it's not. You know, like that's life.
Yep, I agree with you.
So we are actually going to get them bills paid here a bit from our sponsors. We will be back playing How Much Is That Amazon Cart Worth? So basically, we took a bunch of stuff, put it in Amazon cart. It explains itself, right?
Right.
I'm going to explain the details, and you guys can guess close person without going over wins.
Do you still have beer?
Yeah. You can win a. You
At least
can
there's
win a
something
beer.
to win now.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for listening, and we will be back after these quick words.
Classic rock, alternative rock, new rock, and just plain rock. Radio Vegas keeps you rocking.
Smoke break.
log on
Appreciate a good pizza and a good cold one. Well,
So you
one
got-
place
actually
that's
got
got some
sponsors?
great cold ones on tap and some fantastic pizza and other stuff because you can just smell it when you walk in the door. You're like, I'm home. Is Naked City Pizza Shop, and there are two convenient locations for you. One on Arville Street, it's at 3240 South Arville, inside Moondoggy's Bar, and the other one's Paradise, 4608 Paradise Boulevard. You got two to choose from. You walk in, the smells from the fresh dough, and they make their own sausage, you know. So get that pizza with like some, I think it's got dried tomatoes on it, sausage, pepper. I think it's got a few meats, and they've got incredible sandwiches too, and salads. And also, they're famous for their buffalo wings. They were even so famous for those, and I'm not talking about that because I'm telling you about the other stuff that was just so awesome. But I did have the wings, and they are freaking killer. And they were featured on diners, drive-ins, and dives. So go check it out. Naked City Pizza, two locations, 3240 South Arville Street,
Golden
and the
Tiki
other
is
one
the
on
most
4608.
interesting bar in Las Vegas. It has so many hidden treasures inside that you need to go again and again just to take in the great decor you may have missed the first time. The Talking Tiki, who puts on a show over the bar, or the black velvet paintings that tell the story of the pirate William Tobias Faulkner and his influence on the bar. You gotta love the Tiki-inspired ashtrays, including those that blow smoke when you leave a cigarette inside. Hey, don't steal them. That's not cool. Grab some friends and order the treasure chest used for the $499 VIP service, or the $35 scorpion bowls, or $45 zombie punches, the skeleton that puts on his own show, or the waterfall, the lucky tiki you need to rub, the twinkle lights. I could go on, but just come down to the Golden Tiki, 3939 Spring Mountain Road, and experience the hidden hideaway for yourself. Did I mention at the Golden Tiki you should look for the Easter eggs hidden throughout the bar? Return and you'll most likely discover new things you didn't notice before, like Wilson hanging out behind the bar, or Bigfoot's footprint. The Golden
with
Tiki,
you know, I get a lot of
3939.
people complimenting me on my funny t-shirts all the time, and they want to know where I get them. The best place to go is $6shirts.com. That's right, $6 t-shirts. Unbelievable. And they have a wide variety of funny shirts to choose from. Parody shirts, inappropriate shirts for work, whatever you're looking for, you can find it at $6shirts.com. I love the selection, and if you know me, I have an endless supply of funny t-shirts. So you got to check out $6 shirts. And if you get 10 t-shirts, it's going to cost you $50. It's a great deal. I love $6 shirts. And once you
Our
get
mission
your
is to
first
bring a
shirt-
menu of savory Italian classics and tasty American fare to the city of Las Vegas. Combining a classic menu of Italian favorites and American fare, Albo Pizza was designed with a variety of palates in mind. United by fresh ingredients prepared daily, all our recipes are homemade, hand-tossed, and hard to resist. Explore their popular pizza offerings or branch out with our burgers and chicken wings. Whichever way you go, their menu is prepared to please. located at 1510 South Las Vegas Boulevard next to Dino's. Visit them online at www.albopizzalv.com or find them on Facebook. For delivery, call 702-333-25.
Join me, if you will, for traditional classic rock, from everything from the Allman Brothers to ZZ Top to more progressive and jazzy stuff like Steely Dan and Yes, and everything in between. If it came out during the
Here every week, it's 2 hours of damn good rock and roll.
On RadioVegas.rocks.
Hard Rock Nights playing tomorrow's classic rock
They want Nick
today.
Tips.
And welcome back, guys. You were not at that Led Zeppelin 1977 tour. Woo! Do you remember it?
Yeah, do you remember?
Yeah, you just look like you were thinking about. Do you remember it?
I don't want to actually admit to it now that I don't want to admit to it now that I've admitted to it. So.
Oh, that must have been an amazing show.
Or Pink Floyd. Pink on the Wall. Did you ever see, you know what Pink Floyd is? No.
Yeah.
The Wall?
Of course.
The Wall? Like they built the wall with 35-foot puppets
At that show?
at the Pink. Well, I mean, these were shows at the time that were. I wasn't there. I'm just not that old.
All right, so we are going to play the game. Name how much that Amazon cart costs. So there's just a few items here, but they're themed. The first theme is a cart of stuff for a poker night. Okay, and let me just say this before we start. I'm not naming any of the brands of these items, but they are all bottom shelf, like the cheapest kind of stuff. Yeah, no. So, I mean, if I sat here saying Cosmo, Zuzu, and all these weird names, I would get lost. So we're just going to describe it real quick. For poker night, in this Amazon cart, picture it in your head. Draw the picture, guys. Draw it out.
I'm seeing it.
Is a 300 chip dice and style poker set in an aluminum case. 300 chip. As well as the next item is a folding Texas poker table for 8 to 10 players. Okay?
The table.
Just a fold out one.
Okay.
Yep. A
No chairs.
an assorted Frito-Lay party mix
Delicious.
of chips with 24 bags of chips, along with 4 jars of Frito-Lay and Frito dips. Normal size jars.
Okay.
And the last item of the 4 is an assorted 12-pack of soda off of Amazon. All of this together, the poker chips, the folding No Limit Hold'em Texas table, the assorted party mix with the dip of chips, and the 12-pack of caffeinated soda of all different flavors, Pepsi, Coke, those types. What do we think? Can we get Brandon over here on the computer? B, you got a guess?
Yeah, I got.
What do you guys think at home?
For like 75.
75 for everything?
Yeah.
Janine?
Oh boy. Let me think. I'm going to go with $89.
Janine goes with 89, and this is the closest without going over, guys. $89 for Janine. That's a tight spot for Brandon. And Jay, for you.
Just bid $1.
$2.50.
Okay, and the closest without going over was Janine Del Grosso.
Every time. Look at that. Yeah.
So the total of all 4 of these, you were very close too, Jay, was $223.61. You know what gets you?
Fair. That's not the way it works.
The poker table. The poker table was expensive here. All right, we have another one. This is a bachelor / or bachelorette party kit. You could use it for either, I guess, nowadays. Here we go. A 6-pack of bachelorette party drinking straws with the booty on it. It has a booty on the straw.
The straw has
A butt.
a butt on it.
Not a color. And it's a 6-pack.
6-pack of the same.
We don't have
Yep.
ethnic straws.
The next
I can't believe you said that.
Sorry. I didn't
be
say
out
that.
here trying to draw the
man.
short one, right?
Sorry.
All right, so the second item is an international blow-up Judy doll. If you
Judy?
do not know what a Judy doll is, it is that blank one, that blank kind of face doll with short hair that they would have. Al Bundy used to have it, that blow-up
okay.
doll, you know? Bud Bundy had it. It's just that normal,
It's your
normal blow up
average.
doll.
Yeah.
No, what is it? Explain it to me. Wait, let her explain it. What is it?
It's just your everyday average blow up doll. Like your
Like-
your basic.
What
your
kind of
basic-
what kind of blow up doll?
Hole in the mouth.
What kind?
Yeah.
What is it? What is it for? What do you use it for?
blowing up.
Enlarging things.
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know
Why
what you use
don't
this for?
you tell us.
All right.
Nice.
We're
escape.
going past the Judy doll. Not the
Right.
Judge Judy doll, the Judy doll. The next item is a beer pong funnel with a
Yes.
valve. It's extra long, just like those 6-pack of Bachelorette straws. It is 2.5 feet with a red premium funnel, and it's for drinking games.
Now we're
our
talking.
And we got 2 more items. A bachelorette party streamers, decorations, included decor, ideas, mini gifts, and jokes. So it's just a pack of
Fun
you know,
stuff.
something that you would get at like Joann's, you know, for your Judy doll.
Like the little popper things.
You wouldn't get a
Yeah.
doll at Joann's.
Yes, it's a pack of mixed decorations. And the next
Wait, there may be another kind of Joann's. That's
Yeah.
probably a different
I
Joann's.
think it's yeah.
Judy's.
Maybe you'll get it at Michael's.
You get it at Blow Up Judy's.
Blow up Judy's.
The next item is a Mardi Gras, a 12-pack actually, 12-pack of Mardi Gras shot glass necklaces. So it's like that Mardi Gras necklace, but has a shot glass on it. So altogether, the 6, let me repeat it here real quick. 6-pack of Bachelorette drinking straws with the booty on it, International Judge Judy blow-up doll, a beer pong funnel with a valve, bachelor party streamers and deco, Mardi Gras shot glass necklaces, 12-pack. All together, guys, what are we going with? Brandon?
I'm going to say $65.
$65, even?
I don't
Janine?
know. I think it's like the annoying Vegas bachelorette party starter kit, basically.
How much?
I'm gonna go with 80.
$80.
Yeah.
Jay?
69, just because
Woo!
that seems
There
like
you
an
go.
appropriate number for this.
What did you say, 60? 65, 69, and J Dub is the winner.
Woo!
Ding,
Good
ding,
thing I-
ding, 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 ding.
Start bringing out the beer.
Yeah.
The total price for the Bachelorette party kit that includes the Judge Judy blow-up doll, $71.25. You said 69. That was suiting too. Very suited for this game.
You get a Judy doll now. Just kidding.
Everyone had fun during the game, right? We got the background
I'm still waiting for her to
laughs.
explain what the Judy doll does because I'm just not really sure.
See, this is what I never understood about those things is they're not one size fit all, those blow up dolls, because I've seen the hole on that mouth. It's like a golf ball. It's like your mini
She's
golf.
turning red.
It's like
She's
the
turning
hole
red.
is like this big. Look at her!
Look at her.
Like,
She's turning
Jesus.
she's getting all embarrassed and
No, I'm not.
flustered. Yeah, it's all right.
I have a whole closet full of them.
A blow up dolls. Jesus, are they men?
Yes. No. Remember, we were gonna have one sent here for me.
Oh
You
yes.
forgot my robot.
If anyone out there on the airwaves ever wants to capture Janine's heart, there's a few things, and one of them that you could do is send a blow-up doll to the station
A robot, sex robot.
or a sex robot. I mean, but then again, if you want to steal her heart, you send her a sex robot. She doesn't need you, so.
That's true.
That's a problem.
Or a serial
It's a
killer, one or the
problem.
other.
Oh, you send the robot, but it only works for a little while.
It shuts off right when they're done.
And then it sends out a 911 to the person that sent it to you to come and fix it.
I heard.
Oh, that's smart. That's
and then
a
they
good
take
idea.
care of the things, business.
I heard that male sex dolls, as soon as they get bored with you, they sleep with your friends.
Oh,
That's how realistic these dolls
that's
are.
great. And they start playing Madden all day and
Yep.
drinking beer. They never listen to you.
You know, I think the most realistic thing about those male sex dolls is that they can't text you back.
Oh, okay.
Just
That's
saying.
actually very,
maybe
that's
I
actually
want
very
one
clever.
now. You know what? Don't send me one of these.
Oh, you know, I almost forgot. We were going to talk about places that you see Elvis in Las Vegas. Yes. Have you've been here a year. Have you seen Elvis anywhere around town?
I saw Elvis looking pretty tired at Friday. At First Friday. He was,
Oh,
Candle. Smelling candles with his mouth.
boy.
Yes,
What?
Elvis.
Yeah.
Elvis was at Yankee Candle just breathing in with his mouth into candles. And the worst candle smells too. I was like, if you're gonna go after something good, he was like inhaling butterscotch.
So he like really needed to get high, and he had no money.
That's his
Probably.
fix.
Ooh.
Smelling candles was his fix.
That almost works where I am, I guess, right?
I was dating this guy who worked at like a mattress store, and I went down to one he wanted. He kept just responding like, "Uh-huh." I swear.
I thought that story was going a whole different direction than the story.
Yeah. Well, no, he was jumping on like the mattresses. It was crazy.
I was at a mattress store all by myself with my boyfriend, and then never mind.
Well, they do hire pretty good-looking guys to work at
Where,
these
at the mattress
At the
stores?
mattress stores,
I don't
yeah.
know about that.
I'm telling you.
Last time I went to a mattress store, it was kind of like Dairy Queen in there. Shoes on employees. You ever been to a Dunkin' Donuts? This is something that the girls are wearing shirts for that are like 8 times the size of them.
Okay.
And the men have their
Their bellies popping out, and the women that come in here, and they want to probably cover themselves up with big shirts.
I mean, literally every girl that works at Dunkin' Donuts looks like she's like 9 years old going to bed with a shirt that's way too big for them.
Well, I think if I saw like a really sexy, hot girl, like, and I probably wouldn't want to eat donuts because I'd look at her and be like, oh.
You know, I actually saw Elvis at
a good point.
at Pink
Yeah.
Box Donuts once. You guys been to Pink Box?
Yes.
I saw Elvis at Pink Box Donuts eating all the bacon off the donuts
Oh
and
my
only the
God.
bacon.
At least we know he's got a quality mattress and he eats donuts and he smells weird candles.
Yeah.
And
And he says, what does he say?
Uh-huh.
As he's
right.
bouncing on the mattress, eating
Yeah,
the, eating
he
the,
what? Judy doll? I don't know.
oh, baby.
It's blue suede shoes.
Oh, hound dog Elvis. Oh, man. We already talked about First Friday. We were going on for that for a little bit.
What
I'm
are-
surprised Elvis is over there at First Friday.
Yeah. We'll have to go visit him and bring him a candle.
He was looking pretty tired. Like really tired.
It's from bouncing on those mattresses all night.
He was looking more like his lower back was done. His feet were no good. He's all sweaty and like, you know, I think he was from Pakistan too, and that might have helped him.
All right, I just thought of a good joke right now. What is Elvis's favorite board game? Yahtzee, because he likes to shake, rattle, and roll.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I literally just thought of it.
That's
Come on.
amazing. We're telling these jokes at Rebar.
No.
We are.
Uh-huh.
I think you record these jokes and hold them as ransom. And if you do that again, I'm going to play that joke again.
Oh, my God. So what are your some of your favorite places to eat out here in Vegas?
I like the sushi bars.
Yeah.
I like the sushi bars a lot. My daughter's like the one that has the little
revolving?
robot thing that goes around. Yeah.
They had just built one by my house in like Southern Highlands. I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, that's so they have like a happy hour where they reduce the price of them after like 9 or 10 or something.
Nice.
They have a revolving.
Yeah, and then they have like a little robot tray that comes and brings you stuff and
This sounds amazing. A
and
robot.
A robot tray. she's getting her excited here. This is a robot that brings you food.
See,
It's
it
all
brings
different
me
robot.
sushi.
Yeah. And it sings. It kind of does this little
Sings Elvis
this little
songs.
chimey thing, and then you pick it up, and it does a little chimey thing, like it's happy that you have food, and then it goes back
Oh,
to the
I want to
kitchen.
go there.
Do the robots talk?
No, they just mostly chime. There's a lot of chiming.
It's
That's
called
nice.
Revolving Sushi, right? That's the one by my house. It's called.
I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called. What it is it's the sushi revolving. Yeah, I don't whatever.
Sushi revolver.
Revolving sushi. Evolving sushi. No.
Evolving?
Evolving.
That doesn't
Revolving?
sound like something that's appetizing.
we don't want
Evolving
it with
sushi.
sushi.
You know, like it's been there for a month and
yeah.
it's starting to grow things
Yeah.
on it. It's probably bad.
Evolving.
Evolving.
I'm very picky with sushi restaurants. I try to go to the busiest ones. If I go to a sushi restaurant and I don't see people in there, it's really hard to eat for me. I want to know that they're going through that.
All right, look,
Fish is evolving.
It's you want to know that they're evolving.
Yes, I want to know their fish is revolving,
wanna
like
make-
off the shelves.
Yeah.
You want to check the sushi restaurant, go to the bathroom.
Oh,
Oh, that's a good idea, but yeah.
Think about it. No,
but yeah.
seriously. If you go to a sushi restaurant This is like fresh fish, supposed to be clean. This is not funny though, but it's true. So if you go there and you go into the bathroom and the bathrooms are not taken care of, that's a bad sign. That's like
It is.
Yeah.
it's got to be really clean because you're eating raw fish. So there you go. That's my doggy downer for right now.
I'm very strange. When I order off of restaurant menus, I like to order things that are safe that I know are hard to mess up with cross-contamination. That's very difficult.
But do you have gluten problems?
No, I don't have any gluten problems. I just know I worked in a restaurant for a long time, and I know what happens, and I just know what is safe to order and what's not.
Well, but it's all raw. How could you? I don't.
Depending, because most restaurants all break down their menus per station, so I can know like, hey, you know what? I know this is gonna be cooked on the same area or by the same person as this, and I'll order based upon what is safe. Chicken fingers are very safe in any restaurant. They take them, they throw them in the deep fryer and throw them in, and it's safe.
Okay, so
You're a safe eater.
I am.
You're all about safety.
Pizza is very safe.
If it goes in a deep fryer, it's gonna just kill anything with being there, like, right? I mean, there's no bacteria is gonna survive a deep fryer.
Well, some could if for cross contamination, yeah, for sure.
Bacteria could survive a deep fryer.
If it's already in there, they say that it's okay for ovens over 550 degrees as well.
550.
Because there's places that are cooking brick oven pizza in a 550 degree oven.
Oh, those are like 30-second or like the 2-minute or the 5-minute pizzas. Is that one?
I'm saying that kills a lot of germs and bacteria. But I've seen some crazy stuff in restaurants, and I seen one guy. We were having a party, and this was at the ESPN Zone. We worked for Disney. It was owned by Disney at ESPN Zone at New York back in the day, owned by Disney.
I remember that place.
And we were making Tostino kind of like taquitos, for a party, and there was tons of them, right? And the chef was like, "Hey, check that thing for see if it's hot, right?" So he kind of like puts his tongue on it.
Ew.
And he tests the temperature with his tongue, and he throws it right back on the plate to serve it.
Oh.
You've seen stuff like this, Brandon?
That's
He's worked in the kitchen for all the time.
For real?
Really?
Some of the craziest stuff. There's two things that I try to avoid ordering. That's lobster and steak.
Really?
Lobster and steak, because the fact that if something happens to your lobster or steak, Lord, they're like, oh.
They just throw it under the broiler.
Gotta wash it. They can wash it off.
This is not all places, too. It could be an overgeneralization here. This could be an overgeneralization, but it all depends on the staff. And I do like that, though. You check the bathroom. That's a good sign of most restaurants.
It's actually it's a really good. My kids have got some challenges with regards to the gluten and so on. And that's my secret trick. And if you go into the bathroom and it's totally destroyed, and like no one's been there forever, and it's overflowing and this and that and the other, like, out, let's go, let's get the hell out of here, because it's all about management, right? The management's not walking. If management's not paying attention, then they're not paying attention in the kitchen either.
Usually there's always one bad guy in a restaurant. There has to be. There's always one villain, and that has to come down with that hammer on the employees, and the employees get sick of hearing them. Then they fire that villain, and now they have just chaotic kitchen nightmare. They need Ramsay to come in. They need the bar rescue.
Yes.
Yeah, right. That's really serious, because you got to get lost in your own, you're like your own thing, and stop. Don't really remember that you're actually feeding people, and you could make them sick, and it's just like another day, another grind. And
that's why I don't like to cook for people. I always feel very like.
Wait, how do you make that segue?
It makes me nervous.
Wait, how do we segue to her cooking from people getting sick on restaurants?
Because I'll probably make everyone sick if I cook.
I see.
I don't mind cooking for people. It's a joy. It's fun.
Well, you can't. Are you married?
No, and that's probably why.
So you can't cook. That's it. You're done.
I'm done.
She's never getting married.
I can cook.
An Italian woman that can't cook?
I can cook. I'm just saying I get nervous and I have like stress over it. I feel weird about it.
And that's also part of
you don't want to hurt
being
people.
Italian too. You're just like,
you don't want to hurt people.
Look, I got this burn right here. It's a curling iron burn.
So
right?
Jay, we're gonna be wrapping up the show here in a minute. Is there anywhere other than First Friday that we can find your stuff? You want to let the listeners know where they can purchase some of your fabulous wall art?
eBay, on eBay and Etsy, and the new stuff gets posted on Instagram. One word.
all one word. Very easy to find. Very,
Thank you
very
for having
smart.
me. This was really
Oh, it
fun.
was fun.
You're welcome. Yeah, I had a
I like
blast.
that whole 5-piece. I might get it for myself on eBay.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no, there was like 5 different like pictures, right?
Yeah,
It was
5
really-
monster movies.
Yeah, it was really neat.
First Friday, you're going to be there.
We'll be there,
mostly?
yeah, until it's either too cold or too hot.
When do they usually end? I think in November.
I think
October?
the last one is. Actually, I'm not sure if the last one. I would hope they go into December. Like the first December 1st would be great, because that's the height of Christmas season. But I don't know. Good people down there. Shout out to Jordan. If anybody's got problems with First Friday, contact Jordan. She's a gem.
She runs it, Jordan.
I don't know if she runs it or she's just the administrator that controls it all, or if she's God's right hand. But she's awesome.
That's awesome. How about you, Janine? You got anything coming up?
Actually, tonight I am performing in Boulder City at Backstop Comedy with Chris Shaw and Tom Baum.
Oh, nice.
9 p.m.
Chris Shaw's very funny guy.
Yep.
Been all over, right? He's toured
Yeah. It's pretty
multiple
amazing.
states.
And it's
doing
his
comedy.
birthday too.
Chris
So
Shaw?
happy birthday, Chris.
Nice. nice.
Have you played with? Have you done a gig with Stoner Rob?
I don't know.
I haven't, but I know.
might
I can get you. Want me to get Stoner Rob in for you? I can call Stoner. I know Rob. How about Rob Van Dam? He does a bunch of stuff around here too.
I haven't.
Yeah,
but
RVD
I've
is
seen-
in the community. I know
RVD,
that.
yeah.
RVD.
Friend of the fam. A friend of the fam. RVD's a friend of the fam.
I've always liked RVD ever since the old days of wrestling. He was always just that character, man. He has it, and when you see him, you know, he just demands attention on stage.
It's RVD. Yeah, it's RVD. And you know, he lives in Vegas now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see him a lot on like Instagram and stuff.
He messes around and twines into comedy
Yeah.
because I see a lot of the comics.
Yeah, he's up on stage. He does stuff
Dealing with
all
them.
over the place. All
That's
over.
awesome.
He was doing that the Geeks down. Wait, what's it called? The Geek Bar? No.
I know what you're talking
The
about.
nerd,
It's-
the nerd, the nerd.
He
Yeah,
did-
they
he
were
did a
doing
set down-
wrestling out there
Yeah.
on Fremont Street at the yeah.
That was Hugs and
They
Heifers.
get
I'm
kind of
just kidding.
extreme over there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Downtown Grand ain't complaining about them
Yeah,
pulling
well,
out
how
the
come they can do
wrestling.
that?
Come on, I just want you to know, like, I'm not a biker, but Michelle Dell, I got your back.
That's right. We got your back over here.
Downtown Grand is messing with you. You tell them
You
that
tell
hit
them.
me up Vegas. Janine and Mike Duber got your back.
That's right. We're coming in for drinks.
Hell yeah, right?
I'm bringing my megaphone too.
We're coming for you. I love these little buttons, and it has been a blast. And we will be back next week.
Thank
And
you so much for coming.
if you guys are
thank
ever
you
down at First Friday, check out J
Yeah.
Dub. Stop by, say hi. Said you seen him over here at the Hit Me Up Vegas podcast.
Thanks, y'all. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I really
Thank
had fun.
you.
Really fun. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.